Hi there, I'm Dick Purtan from 104.3 WOMC, and I'm very glad to have you join us today. And I'm certainly one to boast that music from our past always seems to touch each of us in a very unique and special way. But who would have ever thought that attending the rock concert at one of history's most successful and beloved icons would be the key that would be the beginning of an incredible 4-year journey? It was in the summer of 2006 when the Palace of Auburn Hills, Michigan announced that their venue would be included in the Paul McCartney U.S. tour. Well, people of all ages in this town were chomping at the bit to secure tickets. The internet and phones were in nonstop action. Metro Detroit was buzzing as young and old sought out their opportunity to be in the audience of one of rock and roll's most successful, talented, and dearly beloved Beatle, Paul. Needless to say, things in the Rosner Kelly household were no different. Since their wedding anniversary was quickly approaching that fall, Pat Kelly came home after work one evening, gave Cindi, his wife, a huge hug and kiss, and handed her a small white envelope. Upon opening the envelope, Cindi was overjoyed with enthusiasm and excitement. This was an opportunity of a lifetime coming true. An opportunity that had passed her by back in the 60s when she was only in elementary and junior high school. An opportunity to go back in time when life was fresh and pure, and pop and rock music had become associated with the intense emotions of those raging teenage hormones. The times that had shaped our passions, our dreams, our loves, and our values. This gift went over the top, and Cindi, who was a music school graduate from Michigan State University many a year ago, would now get to see and hear the musician who had influenced her in the most profound ways. And some of those ways she had yet to even realize.
Let me be your man.
Needless to say, Paul McCartney played the Auburn Hills Palace proud. Pat and Cindi and their dearest friend Andrea Gonick left the concert flying on a natural high that had been evoked by the sounds of their baby boomer adolescence. That October 10th evening would be ingrained in their minds forever. A piece of their history had just been completed, or so they thought it had. The concert dream of a lifetime had just been experienced. Flashbacks of Cindi Rosner Kelly's days at Michigan State University, well, they seemed to dance through her mind. All those wonderful memories of that cherished time when one begins to emancipate into their own young adult world seemed to infiltrate into every portion of her 50-year-old being. Thoughts and feelings from years past migrated into the daily business. And then a few weeks later, an uncontrollable drive began to immediately consume this grown woman's every moment. She found herself constantly at the piano, aside from her work, helping her son with homework and caring for the house. Cindi was glued to those ivory keys. Although not quite recognized at the time, The Key, Metro Detroit's own new musical, had begun its gestation. In preparation for the amazing process of birth upon the stage.